Hi, welcome back to Finally Revealed. In this episode, I want to talk about a somewhat sensitive subject. It is mostly going to be sensitive when you talk about it with your family members. It's probably not going to be sensitive to you individually. This stems from a couple of conversations that I've had recently and also some past experience as an attorney working with different people, and also in particular this one crazy case. Well, I've had lots of crazy cases, but this one in particular. And the subject matter here is privacy in estate planning. Now, we have situations in our lives where we have a best friend who then we find out something about them that we didn't know, and our feelings might be hurt because we thought they should have shared it with us. But this sensitivity can be heightened when it involves family. Sometimes it's based upon feelings, and sometimes it's based upon some type of entitlement that people expect their parents or their grandparents or anyone else in their family is going to work for their benefit forever. And that's just not the case. When you individually have the right to own your own property, make your own money, make your own decisions, even when you're married, but legally, each individual person who is over 18 and not incapacitated can deal with their own affairs, their own money, and their own property. There are many vehicles for them to do that, and I talk about those in the will and trust type of videos, and you can look for those on the playlist. But you don't have the right to interfere or even to know someone else's business because you're related to them. Now, the crazy case I was talking about was where these people in a family sued another relative because they found out, or they thought they found out, that they had been disinherited. Well, you've probably heard of will contests and things like that, but this person was still alive. He wasn't dead. And they were trying to bring him to court. They did bring him to court, although I had made the case go away. They did bring him to court by filing a lawsuit, which anyone can file a lawsuit, doesn't mean it's valid. And they were trying to find out what was going on with his property. He was not declared incompetent. He wasn't incompetent. And it was none of their business. He was perfectly fine. Someone just had a money issue and got a wild hair and decided this would be a great idea to get in there and get information that he was not telling them because it was none of their business. So just because somebody has property, or just because you have property or you have earnings, and you might be the person who is graciously taking your whole family on trips, you might be graciously giving people in your family gifts, financial gifts that, yes, might help you with your estate planning and your tax burden, but they're gifts that you are doing out of the kindness of your heart, that you want to do this. That doesn't create a right from those people to dig into your information. Your information, your estate planning, and your property, what your dealings with are with your money and your property, are your own business. If you choose to tell somebody, that's your own business as well. Often we will deal with guardians and conservators for people, for their children, and you want to get the okay, or at least notify these people, if I put you down to be the guardian and conservator of my children, if I die, is that okay? Do you feel like that's something that you could handle? That's a conversation that you need to have. But I'm going to leave you my car is not a conversation you need to have. I'm not trying to be snarky here and suggest you're giving them motives to knock you off, but I'm just saying it's not their business. Do not feel pressure. It's not a legal right that they have. This is literally something you can take to the grave, and that's when they will find out. Some people will disclose these types of things, some people will not, but it's your own business all the way to the end. And if you are one of the people who will be exercising or carrying out the wishes of someone, it's definitely not your business to share anything that you know or have been told with anyone else, whether or not they're in your family. It's just the way it is. just as the way you don't want people coming after you and getting nosy into your business, you have no right to be doing it to them. And I did have another case that not that long ago where the person who died had a friend who was, helping to take care of them and helping different things, and the kids on this man's death thought that they would carry out his dying wish. Well, he had his affairs in order, regardless of what he is saying when he is trying to make people still like him up until the end. His affairs were in order. It was all documented. It was already taken care of, and that person was not included at all. He was being nice up until the end because he didn't want to cause trouble for his kids while he was dying. And you can do it the same way if you want to, but that's just another example that it's nobody's business except your own. And sometimes by telling people, you can create a whole lot of problems for yourself and for them that are completely unnecessary. So if this was helpful to you, or if you learned something, give me a thumbs up. As always, leave the comments below if you have any, or any questions. Subscribe to see the other videos. Share this with someone that might need a little nudge to keep it zipped, or someone else who might need to back away from the probing questions. Subscribe to see the other videos. All the videos are organized by playlists, and YouTube doesn't show all the videos, but they do show all the playlists. So check there for any other related subject matter. And hey, come back and see me next time. Thanks for watching.